How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deftly shuts out the jump in. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. All right. Player one has the life lead. No good up high. Strings it all together. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player two chases them down. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Burnout is triggered. Heading into the end game now. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Time to do some damage after that wall splat. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Shows a medium kick? Player two is working with a less than ideal drive game. They'll need to be very careful here. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins as this hits them with a stop and block. Player experiencing burnout. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Going in? Sakuhado! Oh my, the throat tag! Sets up with the jump in! Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? And closes it out! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. It's time for both fighters to lay adds a bit of OD spice there. Player two needs to use that drive gauge better if they want to take things back. Gets carried to the corner. Burnout activates. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. With perfect execution with the anti-air. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. What now? Saw it all. Here crowns him from above. Back dashes for space. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Drops him from the air. Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Time to go. Courageous grab. Oh, it's enough. Player one clinches the win. But that could have been anyone. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. The super armor does its job. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Gets the counter hit throw. Goes for a springs forward with the drive rush. Adamant flannel. KO. Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now answers with a psycho uppercut. Does a good job of pushing back. Player one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Quick breather. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Connects with the throw. What now? Noticeable life lead is and whiffs. They're wide open. Dangerous range hit. What a finish! Player one brings it home. It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. Checks with the projectile. Player one has the life lead. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Knockdown. Well-timed command throw there. Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a curve there. Takes the round without getting touched. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Close them. What's next? Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Can't tech the throw? There's a change of sides. But it's burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Good instinct to spend resources while they have them to tack on more damage. Pepper them with KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Goes for the jump in to start. Barely blocks the jump in. Akuma's going and throws him. Brushes that off and keeps going. Getting up close and personal. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Drops him hard. Demon Raid now? Nice fireball. Hadouken, gotta do better than that. What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. No good up high. Gets a good read on their opponent. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What's the play here? Throws them to negate the block. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Gets Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Okay, drive rush to keep it going. Close them. What's next? Nightshade's pulse comes out to play. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Springs forward with the drive rush. That drive impact is blocked. Knockdown and player one has a slight life lead. Still slugging it out at this range. Triggers toxic. It's a good spot to use the super. Player one in dire straits with burnout. What'll happen here? Zones with the fireball. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Going in? Break it! Getting up close and personal. Grounds them from above. Oh my god, what's gonna have passes out the cage right there? Flatlines them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Uses their drive gauge. This it makes a solid read with the entrapment. Gutsy play with the forward rush. Player two with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? They're taking a step back as Smoke rushes in. Cross that off. Nailed it. Gets him with a Euro step. Setting it all on the drive rush. Player two can't use drive anymore. Knocked them out of the air. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Noticeable life with the brain on this fighter to fish for the counter in that situation. But now putting it all on the line. Giving them the perfect logic with a period end. Answers with a fireball. Ooh, taking them for a run. Are you kidding me? Player one has gotta be feeling good. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes for the command grab. Checks with the projectile. No good up high. Saw that low heavy coming. Player 2 with the life lead. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right. Holds out with the block. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Player 1 chases them down. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Definitely answers the air attack. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Drive KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Knockdown springs forward with the drive rush. Super clutch corner switch. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Throws a fireball. Observable hit. Akuma looking to play hide and seek. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. A deficit here. Can they turn the tide? Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the... There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. KO! That's what happens when you capital... What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Throw whips. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 has the life advantage. Both sides looking for an opening. All right, what's coming up next? Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. From up above, closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. A quick breather. Springs forward with the drive rush. KO! Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Immediate jump in. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff! Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Doing some quick planning? Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is dominating this match. Zakuhado. They exchange blow. KO. That's what happens when you capitalize on... It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Reads them. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive usage. The quarter makes it KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes to the overdrive. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The jump-in is denied. Still slugging it out at this range. who will gain control of the match in the early going. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Jumps. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Knockdown and... Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Both fighters planning something? Goes for the jump in. Burnout activated. Uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 will need to use their meter here wisely. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Are they thinking about how to steal this round? Big time whip! Now they can use drive. Hadouken! You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? Opts to reposition. Are we going to see a comeback here? One chance here may end this match. The low heavy connected? Player 2 brings it home. What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Takes the chance to hurt him. Uses a drive parry against the attack. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Takes a trip. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with... Oh! Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Huckles in. Pokes with a medium kick. Knockdown. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player... Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Peppers them with a Psycho Blitz. Scrapping it out up close. Throws them. Both fighters are trying not to flatlines them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opts to create space to start. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Teleport orbital hit. Akuma looking to play hide and seek. Player 1 can sets up with the jump in. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Who will set the bait at this range? Looking to tenderize those organs with orbital. Amazing. Shake things up with a fireball. Are they going to be able to come back and connect? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Putting the cherry on top. Give the ribcage some TLC. Careful Benson on the fireball.
Gouki
That was catch as catch can as you're good. Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time! Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with the projectile. Player 1 with the life lead. The super armor does its job. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps up, grabs them. Both can end the round now. Burnout activates. Going in. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still with it. That was a well-placed projectile. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Look at the answers with a psycho uppercut. Kill rush. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. A quick breather. Blocks across a good read. And they baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Catches out the cage right there. This is going to hit for a critical arc. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna break their life bar, but also their nerves. Players up for the Amoro throw. Oh, they got him. Player one gets. It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Takes a spends a little game for them in there. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Breaks the block with a throw. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player two has the life lead. Can they use it? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Experiencing burnout. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. KO! That was a clinic on how a... And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Blocks the jump in. Player one is just about out of drive after that. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Knockdown. Player one creates a KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Had the radar up and running. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Gets the combo. Hits him with a stop and block. Still scrapping for control of the stage. That combo did decent damage. Knockdown and hits him with the fire. Player one will look to apply pressure, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Clutch, anti-air. A real test of nerves here. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Demon Raid now? Blocks the medium kick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Uses their drive gauge, throws them, breaks the block with a throw. Anti-air in the clutch. Scrapping low heavy, but no go. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Hits them with the fire. Medium kick. Fires off Hadouken. What's next? Demon Raid time. Oh man, tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Both sides goes to the air. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Connects with the throw. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Here comes the corner punch. No! Critical art now? Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done! Player two! Click! It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. What are they thinking here? Player 2 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Knockdown. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Can't tech the throw? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 can't afford good heads-up decision opting for KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hits the overthrow throw out of the tunnel. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Still slugging it out at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. From low heavy to... jumps? The throw missed. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Obito hit. Akuma looking in there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Very slick with the combo. Oh, here he brushes that off and keeps going. Ooh, you never know who turns out. Player 2 is looking at a grim super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Good presence of mind, so big time win. Getting them all, putting it all on the line. The super hit, it's gonna be enough to kill. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed. Player 2 showed... Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Knockdown. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Knockdown. Good job blocking the jumper. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Closing moments of the match. One hit, just goes for it, it's in there. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Holds out with the block. Reads them. Target locked and scoop. Brushes that off and keeps going. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Looking to plant him with a pile drive. The impact doesn't do anything. Going in, fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Shows the medium kick, hits the overthrow throw out of the tunnel. What'll happen here? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Hits the drive. A smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 1 can't let this simmer. No! Stunned off the wall! Amazing! Punish counter on reaction. Turns out that amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Got ahead. HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. The command grab doesn't make it. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. The load doesn't connect. somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Decides to meet them in the air. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something. The big play does it. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start the round. They trade. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Sticks the combo. Blocks it. Looking to plant him with a pile gun. Burnout activates. How will they utilize this? Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tackle. Ooh, what a smart blow! Knockdown and what a parry! Demon Blade kick! Throws him! The next touch. Will this super art do anything? Scuffle! Were they looking to connect with an overdrive? No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Gotta hand it to both. Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Low kicks are a no-go. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. In a dire situation, they can't afford any. This is a huge chance to make a field. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. One chance here may pay. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Anti-air drops. Holds out with the block. Shoots off a fireball up close. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Brushes that off and keeps going. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Going in, player one will look to apply pressure here. Scrapping it out up close. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Ooh, a super art? Sits him down with the super. Now that's how you take a round. Player two brings it home. Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Are they trying to slow down the pace with the projectile? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Not shy with the grab. That slight doubt is all it took. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? From up above. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Orbital hit. Akuma looking to play hide and seek. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Going in, right kick. Goes to the air. Yo, put that away. KO. Player two brings it home. Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Grabs a solid advantage after that big combo. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Taking stock. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Knockdown. They hit each other. Goes for the drive rush there. All right, what's coming up next? Projectile to try and change the situation. Heading into the end game now. It's getting blocking that drive impact in KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps up. Sticks the combo. Player 2 has the life advantage. Puts the super armor to good use. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Orbital hit. Akuma looking to play hide and seek. Zones with the fireball. That's a counter. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive arm. Player side switch. What'll happen here? In there. Player 1 brings it home. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Oh, whiffs the grab. Player 2 has the life lead. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Goes for the fireball. Can't tech the throw. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Takes a trip. The jump in is denied. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow? This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. There's the wall splash. They can't KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 has the life lead. Yo, put that away. What'll happen here? Burnout activates. Jumps in. And full. Nasty blow to the back of the head. A quick breather. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can...